So there's few things more frustrating than wanting to use a piece of equipment like this Polaris 450 and coming in after not riding it for a while, turning the key, only to find that your battery is dead. Now this is a 2017, 2018 Sportsman. I don't remember exactly the year. I've had it since it's pretty much brand new, and I've already put one battery in it. So the struggle is real. Anybody who owns small engine equipment like this, or a motorcycle back there, or a generator, whatever it might be, we all know how it feels to be ready to use something because you need it, and the battery only fails you, to cause frustration and a big disruption into your day. So instead of going to buy a new battery, today we partnered with Noco, and we're going to install this Noco NLP14. This is a lithium battery, and this is by all measures going to be a game changer. So instead of having to struggle with putting battery tenders on your battery and worrying every time you want to go use a small piece of equipment, whether it's going to start or not, this unit claims, well, as you see right there in the label, 2 times more power, 10 times more starts, and 5 times longer life. That's some bold claims, and so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go for it. So real quick, this is the NLP14 model. The way these work, and we're gonna unbox this really quick, but they are compatible with quite a bit of different sizes, standard sizes, and we'll show you that works. But essentially, because these are lithium cells, the actual battery is way, way, way smaller than a typical lead acid battery. And so what you see here on the bottom label, it actually comes with some stacking spacers that you can use to get it into the right form and fit. So check your piece of equipment and find out what works. Again, this is the NLP14 model, but as you can see, you can really adjust the height of what you need in your application. So in this case, in Polaris, the factory battery, and again, this is a replacement, and we can't really see. I'll put a light on there, and we'll dig in a little closer here in a second once I start removing it. But as you can see, probably, maybe not, it's a tight fit. So I'm actually looking to not use as many spacers and drop it down a little bit just to make life a little easier. But we'll get into that once we start installing. So let me set the camera up. We'll unbox this thing and see what's in the box. Okay, let's put this screen up so I can see. There we go. How's that? Not great. All right, check 1, 2. We're gonna go, ready in 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's see what's in the box here. So again, this is the NLP, I said it a couple times already, NLP14. And as you can see here, this is, it claims 500 amps. So it's a 4 amp hour cell that gives 51 watt hours. So that's pretty significant. I haven't looked at the factory or the replacement battery that I put in my Polaris, but I'm pretty sure that's quite a bit more. So we're gonna have plenty of power. So all right, what do we have in here? So a big book. You know, we don't read books. And then we start getting some spacers. So right off the bat, it shows right on the spacer. This is a 12.5 millimeter spacer. We got a little Allen key. I assume we'll need that. Packaging, and here is the actual battery. Okay, so we got 3 more spacers. So these are all, yeah, so we have three 25 millimeter spacers and 1 12.5 millimeter spacer. So I assume these will all stack universally. It looks like it. And they've got some holes here for screws, so I assume that we can screw those together. So So let's see exactly how big the battery itself is. There it is. Up there's one more. Okay, so we have one more spacer included. We have 17 millimeters. That's kind of an in between there. So we got 3 25 millimeter spacers, one 17 millimeter spacer, and one 12.5 millimeter spacer. And that's the battery itself. Very small. There you have it. NLP14. Very compact. Looks like we have some terminal covers here. I probably should leave those on. Knowing my luck, I'll arc it out as I'm installing it. And very lightweight. I mean, you could probably see me just handling it here. You know, you could put it upside down because it's not a lead acid battery. There's no fluids in this. This is a lithium battery. So all the specs there on the bottom, I'm sure you could look it up, put on the screen. I'll have a link down in the description to the Amazon place. That's where I got this, and this is where the best place to get Noco batteries is Amazon. So I've got a link in the description. I'll pin it to the first comment as well, and it's got all the specs. We won't bore you reading through those. So that's it. That's all you have in here. And I assume that these spacers just pop right onto the bottom here. They sure do. It's kind of a squeeze fit. And again, you just stack them based on what size you want. Pretty slick. So I don't know exactly which spacers I'll need. We'll get the old battery out of there, put it side by side, and decide exactly which spacer configuration we want to go with here to get the optimal fit. So let's go ahead and jump into the four-wheeler and pull the old battery out. All right, so we got it out. There it is. So this is as you can see, I picked a diehard battery. I guess that's, I don't know, what is that these days? AutoZone somewhere, I don't know. Advanced Auto, it says it right there. So this is a TX14H. And again, we're replacing with the NLP14. So I guess the 14 series is probably what I'm going for here. This is a diehard gold. Very surprised this battery started getting weak on me and died. I mean, it's sad. I haven't driven it. There's the date. So we're in February, no, March actually now, March of 2023. This thing is what, 2 years old? A little over 2 years old. They don't make them like they used to, do they? We'll put that in a charger. We'll probably use it somewhere else. But out with the old, in with the new. So let's put these side by side. So width-wise, the NLP14 is a little wider, and that might pose a challenge for us. I don't know, because we do have a battery tray in this application, but I think if I recall pulling it out, we had some wiggle room. And so again, I'm looking to, this thing stuck up pretty high. It was, you know, it was very close with clearance on top. So I kind of want it to be just a shade lower than this old battery. So let's go with 2 25 millimeter spacers and see. Boy, that's pretty good. I like that. And again, I think, yeah, these just snap together. And then we'll just screw on the terminals, and yeah, this should be pretty simple. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. Let's just do a reference for width. Width, it's almost exactly the same. If anything, the Noco is a little more narrow. Again, I should say this is the width. You know, the width of the Noco here, let's see if I can show it here on camera. It's probably ½ inch wider. That may end up being a problem for us, we'll see. Yep, all right, let's give it a shot.